what's up, Team Diadem? We're here with a very special Courtside Sessions episode at the DPC. We're actually courtside. I mean, check this out. Couldn't ask for a better venue. And a very interesting guest. We're here with Daniel from Pickleball Bros UK?
The Picklebros UK.
The Picklebros
Very specific.
UK. Yes, yes. And Daniel, people might be wondering, Pickle Bros, there's only one bro right here. So we're missing someone?
I'm the fortunate one to be here. Adam, who is the other Pickle Bro, he's stuck in London. He's just had his first child.
Okay.
So he's a little bit busy, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, I would imagine.
Big shout out to the other bro. Sorry, bro, I'm here.
And tell everybody what Pickle Bros UK is. What's
So we're both tennis coaches by background. We started in the pickleball world in New York. Discovered it in Central Park. We thought, how can we bring a kind of a coaching aspect and an influence aspect to the UK and Europe as well. We wanted to grow the sport. We see how big it is in America. So we formed the Pickle Bros. We're not really brothers, by the way, but
that's going to be my next question, so that's good.
We're slightly different sizes. So.
Are you? He's a little smaller?
Yeah, just a tad.
Okay, just a tad. I love that. And I'm very intrigued to hear this Central Park story. When you guys, did you stumble on some pickleball?
So I went to New York for the US Open, and there was a class at the Woolman Rink in Central Park. They've got an amazing facility there, 18 courts, skyliners in the background. I had a class at 7 a.m. in the morning. I woke up about 1:45 and thought, I'm not going to go. So the other half said, look, you need to go. I was like, okay, so I went, and it was amazing. Sun was out, everyone was buzzing on these courts. I mean, it was $90 for a class, so it was a bit steep. Loved the game. Two amazing coaches there that ran, I think it was City Pickle.
Yep.
And from that point, I was straight on the phone to Adam, right, we've got to do something here. This sport's going to take over socially. It was quick. That's where it all started, basically.
That's a really cool story, and I think a lot of people can resonate in pickleball.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how a lot of people get going and they fall in love with the sport. At that time, what was pickleball like in Europe? Because it was not quite to where it was in the United States at all, right?
Yeah, it was pretty low. We've got a couple of the OGs that are repping the UK, James Chowdhury, Louis Leville, Freddie Powell, got to mention them in there with the guys. Ben Corsten, he's in there as well. It was quite quiet. It was really new. It'd been there for a long time, but it hadn't really grown into the kind of social media aspect of the game. We came in pretty new. We were tennis boys. It was like a bit of a learning curve. I mean, we didn't know a lot about the game to start with, but we could see it was fun, it was inclusive, it was social. It was all the things sometimes that tennis can't be. So it was like a Yahtzee. We can get everybody into this sport.
Yeah, that's exciting. Were there courts there, or were you taping lines?
There's still not many courts anyway. So we do a lot of coaching sessions. It's all done by tape. It takes a lot of time doing tape, so it's a pain. But we've just got 8 courts into our local tennis centre, which is a really good start for us. So we're gonna work with that. No more taping up.
Yeah, and that was at the beginning. I can think here in the United States, a few years back, when the sport really started to boom.
Yeah.
The infrastructure was it lagged a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that would you say similar in Europe right now?
We're very similar, and now the participation has grown. We've got a lot of players. We've got a lot of people invested in the sport. I think that boom time's now coming. New centres will start to pop up. Lots of tennis clubs, sports clubs are now adopting pickleball into their programs. So I can only see a huge boom coming for Europe at the moment.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Is there anything like this, a 9-court dedicated?
Not yet. It's coming. I think there's a few guys that have got some big centres coming up that they're going to hybrid with paddle and a restaurant, etc. But at the moment, this would be gold dust in the UK.
That's awesome. I love that. And what's it been like to see and really be involved in the growth of the sport over there and more people coming out? How's the community been in receiving pickleball?
Yeah, as I said, when we first started, it was a little bit kind of trying to find our way through the initial crowd, but everybody's fantastic. England Pickleball are really driving the sport. It's still got its core values. It's based on inclusivity, the social side. Everyone loves a cheeky drink afterwards.
Yeah.
But also the high level pickleball is now really taking part. So you've got your layers starting to build, which is.
I was going to ask about that at the competitive level. What's that look like?
Strong. We're starting to compete with you guys soon. So we've got the Pickleball World Cup coming up. The English team have just done really, really well in the European, the Euros. We've still got some kind of 6-0 singles players which would cope well over here.
Oh, that's awesome.
So everyone's finding their way. People are hungry. People are training. So you guys have set the benchmark. So we're coming for you.
Yes, sir. And that's one of the things that I'm most excited about watching the evolution of pickleball is on the world scale, more and more players, the level of competition is just going to continue to rise.
I mean, it's very rare that I've seen a sport that's taking grip so quickly everywhere. I mean, you got padel that's growing really, really fast. It's another great sport. It has patches all over the world. You've got pickleball is absolutely everywhere. You go to Thailand, Vietnam, South America's starting to take it on. Europe's growing. US is huge. Canada, India have gone crazy for it. I mean, it's really exciting to see one sport almost working as a religion across the globe. It's
definitely.
fantastic.
And that's what leads me right into one of my next questions is I'm intrigued to learn a little bit about your travel and where you've seen pickleball across the world, because you're obviously here in South Florida. What other places have you been?
So mainly America, to be honest. I've been over Europe, obviously the UK, we work there. But once you get to America, it's kind of hard to kind of leave. I'm off to South Africa next, see what they've got down in Cape Town. I then come back to here. I'm going to Arizona, to Texas, and then hopefully the second part of my trip will be out to Asia to see what them guys are doing. I've heard there's centres popping up like all over the place. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can in the limited time that I've got before I get collared back to the UK.
That's exciting. That's really cool, and I think it's interesting to see all across the globe the way that people are setting up pickleball. But I think the one thing that remains the same is the community is always there, always inviting. And
I think everybody understands what pickleball is, and I think anybody getting into pickleball understands the culture. And I think because the culture's taught early, and I mean it's quite a loose culture. It's like, have a good time, come and play with us. When you get too good, there's your sections. But we'll go to the bar afterwards. We'll have a bit of dinner or some food. Doesn't matter what colour, what age you are, anything is inclusive, and that's what I think that's the beauty of the sport.
100%.
So.
Yeah, and something else that I was curious about too is when you got into the tennis to pickleball transition. For a while in the United States, there was a big debate out there in those two communities. Was it like that in Europe?
Yeah, a little bit. I think playing tennis helps. But I mean, I'd say we're averagely good players. I mean, it's what you put in is what you get back. But I'd say it's a lot more welcoming between the sections now. Tennis players accept pickleball players accept padel players. Everybody's starting to build a bit of a rackets community. Which I think is a good thing. I think obviously tennis has been around since God knows how long, but it's nice now to see there's healthy competition. And there's people able to play healthy sports that kind of understand one community, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. And I think one of my personal theories is, like you were talking about, a racket sports community. I think pickleball can kind of be a gateway to tennis and to padel and absolutely those sports where it's a much easier racket sport to learn and you can kind of grow into other sports. Do you think people will make those type of transitions?
I think that's a key point. I think for somebody to get on the court without much infrastructure, put in a few dinks, kind of, okay, I can do this, build the confidence. And then from that point, it's almost a bridge. If they want to go into padel, they want to go into tennis, they want to go into high level pickleball, it has everything. I think it's a really good intro model to start pickleball to build outwards.
100%. I'm also curious in that same mindset, is youth and junior pickleball thing, and is it growing there in Europe?
It is. I think where we've got a lot of junior tennis players, the next kind of move is to start offering group sessions and coaching for them to play pickleball as well. A lot of tennis clubs now are taking up pickleball. It just makes sense if you're a good tennis player, well, you might as well learn some pickleball as well. So I think juniors will be coming really, really quick. It's a light paddle. It's something they can pick up really easy. It's a fun game that they can play with their mates. They can play with their parents, families. It's a very easy family game. So I think the rise of the juniors is set to come soon. I've just been training with the APP guys locally, and there are some two good youngsters playing for them guys.
So yeah, the rise in youth pickleball and college pickleball in the United States in the last 2 years has been of something that's kind of crazy to see, that the how many younger players are adopting the game.
It's not nice to get beat by a 13-year-old.
Oh, no, exactly. That's one of the cool things about pickleball, though, is you can get beat by a 13-year-old, and then you can get beat by an 88-year-old.
That's happened as well, so I'll take both losses. So,
Oh, 100%. That's all you can do, and get right back out there on the court. I'm also curious, too, what the infrastructure looks like on equipment in Europe. We obviously have these new paddles here. We'll get into that a little bit, but is pickleball equipment easily accessible? What's that like?
Yeah, we're quite well established. We've got some quite big players in the UK. We've got the Pickleball store, one of the most active in the community. So they're at every tournament, face to face. They have all the latest brands. Obviously, Diadem's one of them. It's a good community in terms of selling products. I think the one thing UK is missing is the latest product in the market. We're still quite a small island and we're still adopting.
Yeah.
But there's so much cool product out there that we could get into the market. We've got a lot of players. Like, people spend. It's like,
I know it. Yeah.
Tennis rackets I'll buy once every 10 years. With paddles, it's like, okay, I'll buy one every week. So people like it. It's fashionable to have the latest paddles. So I think good fashion, good paddles into the UK is going to be the next movement.
Oh yeah, no, and I think one of the other factors there is just the technology in pickleball is progressing so fast. And that's something that I think is really what these Edge Blue courts is all about, is kind of the latest and greatest and maximizing what's possible out there.
Sure. I mean, the cosmetics, the technology, it's moving so fast. It'd be really interesting to see what it's going to look like within a year's time. I mean, things change,
exactly.
Lawsuits happen, this, that comes in. I mean, it's exciting. It's almost like a bit of a sitcom.
It is.
A bit of drama.
And is that something that people follow in Europe, the pro pickleball drama?
Yeah, 100%.
The equipment drama and everything?
I mean, it's good to watch.
Yeah,
like, who's doing this? Who's out of contract? Who's putting that paddle in that person's hand? Have they got the right technology? And is it approved? I mean, people love that stuff.
Yeah,
I think it brings a bit of theatre to pickleball.
Yes, of course. And I'm also curious too, when you got into pickleball coaching, where were you learning the game yourself? And how were you picking up the coaching principles and all that?
Pretty much self-taught. There's a fantastic coaching team in the UK. You've got Sam Basford and you've got Rob Williams, two of the OGs in the coaching world. So they've been great to learn from on the journey of our pickleball journey. But I think the best way to learn is similar to tennis. You pick up the techniques, you learn on court, you get humbled by the better players, you take the losses, and you keep coming back for more. I mean, we're not the best players in the world, but we compete. We're trying to get out there. But we've been coaches since we were young, so the coaching kind of methodology and understanding your client and how to structure the sessions comes quite naturally to us being coaches for so long. So
that's great.
And pickleball is a nice sport. You can pick up new techniques and kind of put people through different structures. So
definitely,
that's been fun.
I love that. And something else that I think is one of the more interesting things about you guys is everything that you do in media, all the videos, everything like that. Is that something that comes natural to you, or talk about that a little bit?
To be honest, no, not the start. It was quite weird when we put up our first couple of videos and you start actually to get heckled. You got people on there that are like, no, you don't do that, you can't do that. And it was like, okay, right, I'm not used to this kind of gentle abuse. So that took a bit of time to get used to. But generally over time, I mean, Adam and myself, we've always been quite light-hearted guys. We like to have a bit of fun. We always work side by side on court with each other. So there's always a bit of banter going back and forward. So we thought, well, how can we put that into our videos rather than just be kind of educational, straight down the line? We thought, well, let's bring a bit of our humour, what we do in our normal day, to the camera, to the court, and then see what people think of it. So every one of our videos we do is generally pretty light-hearted. So
that's awesome.
We've tried to get a bit more serious, but
you have to be you, and I think that's something that sets you guys apart and makes your content really unique and something that people want to watch.
Well, hopefully.
Is that something that you ever thought that you would do, is be someone that's on camera a lot?
No, the complete opposite. I've always said I'd never want to be on camera. I'd be really awkward and I wouldn't enjoy it. But I think the more you kind of get into it, I think doing it in pickleball is a little bit easier because it's kind of just like this during the day. You're kind of talking to people, like everyone's so welcoming of what you do. So you're not under pressure. Whereas it's not like, hey, you got to do that, you got to do that. It's just like we just do it, and we just if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then looking back on your journey from Central Park when you first discovered pickleball to now, what has there been anything that's really surprised you or anything like that along the
just really how accepting everyone is of the sport. I mean, how quick we've actually entered into this kind of magical sport, and probably how quickly the opportunities have arisen. Tennis is tennis, but in the last couple of years, we've had a world record for the longest pickleball match, which Adam actually did. I was support team. We obviously played the English Open. We've got the Pickleball World Cup coming up. I mean, everybody is doing something cool.
Yes.
It's creative. I think it's just positive vibes, really.
I love that. And that's what, before we start talking about these paddles, I want to hear about that world record and what that experience was like in the atmosphere.
Probably ex-world record now. It's just been broken.
Oh, has it? I didn't realize.
The record was in London. It was the longest ever doubles pickleball match. I think the record we hit was 36 hours.
Wow.
So Adam did this. It was a massive logistical operation.
I can imagine.
You only get a certain amount of times to come off court, and you build up, I think you build up 5 minutes per hour. So you can use that time at any time, but it can only be that much. You have to be back on court in between.
Wow. 36 hours.
Yeah. Adam did really well.
Yeah.
he was in one piece. So that took the record last year, and I think it's now been beaten already. Wow. So I think the benchmark now is around 40 hours. So we might be back to...
Is there any talk of going to beat that?
Well, it's always a challenge. We might think about it for the future.
I love it.
But it was a great experience. It was right in the middle of central London. Loads of people watching. It was a bit of a statement that the UK can compete over here as well and give something back.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome. That's so cool.
That was really fun. So maybe next year we'll challenge it.
Is there somewhere that people can check that out on YouTube or anything like that?
I'm sure there is. I think it's probably on YouTube. I have to find the link for that. I actually haven't got a clue, to be honest.
Yeah, they probably Google it.
Yeah, Guinness World Records.
Yes.
Saying that no, it's been beaten. But Adam was fantastic. In fact, he probably found it a bit too easy, to be honest. I'm sure he's got another 10 hours in him.
Wow, that's epic. I can't wait to check that out. I can't imagine how your body feels after playing pickleball for that long.
Yeah, I think he had a few blisters.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. He milked it for a few days, but after that he was back on court coaching and back to work. So,
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, it was good fun.
And let's talk a little bit about these paddles before we wrap it up. So the Edge Blue Core, you got some early access at a play test at the Fort down the road.
Absolutely. I didn't know it was a Diadem, but it was good to test it out.
And what'd you think?
To be honest, I think it's probably what Diadem needed. I mean, it's a power paddle, it's got a bit of grit, it's got ping, and it's also got good control. I only tested it for 5 minutes, but for the 5 minutes I did test it, I was like, right, what is this paddle, and how do I get this paddle? So obviously we get sent quite a few paddles a lot of the time. So it was nice actually to try something out blind and think, okay, well, what brand could this be? Early vibes of a kind of high-end brand, and there's a lot that I could kind of get from this paddle. So it'd be interesting to try a lot more. I think that's going to be obviously the next test.
Yes, sir. Hopefully you get to try some out today.
I think what the good thing is, I mean, aesthetically, it looks really good. I mean, I don't exactly know what this is, but this like a dampener.
Yeah, the shot guard actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of some new technology where it's silicone that's strategically layered into the actual the edge guard itself, and it's going to help with the control, the vibration, and it's I think one of the game changers on this paddle.
I haven't seen this on a paddle before, so it's quite good to see.
Yeah.
I mean, the colours are slick. Feels really nice in the hand. It feels solid. I mean, it's solid.
Yeah, and the ones that you hit with didn't even have the 18K face on it. So I think that's another thing that people really love is the 18K.
Yeah.
You can just see it, and you know that that's going to help produce spin from any angle. So I think that's another good feature, and it keeps it kind of with the Edge family too, which is cool.
How long did it take to get through in the planning? I mean,
so I know for the Blue Core technology itself, that was 18 months in the works. Wow. And the goal and the vision, I think, with the Blue Core has always been to have this paddle, a power-oriented option. And it's what a lot of people want out there, I think.
Yeah, I think the game's changed towards more power. I mean, some of the guys hit so hard now with so much spin. So it's good to have a paddle that competes to that level.
100%. Well, I can't wait for you to get a chance to try these out more and to see them over across the pond, too.
Across the pond, back in the Big Smoke. Or was that New York with the Big Smoke? And London's the Big Smoke.
The Big Smoke, yeah, I like that. I forget that, too. But, Dan, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit with us courtside for an episode of Courtside Sessions.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, sir.
And we'll speak again.
Yes, we'll have to have you back after you've tried it. And I hope you have safe travels. And we'll see you in October, right?
I'll be back to the DPC.
Yes, sir. I love it. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. That's been another episode of Courtside Sessions. As always, big thank you to our production team. Without them, none of this would be possible. There's going to be plenty more courtside action coming up in future episodes, so make sure you guys stay tuned.